We're playing AI Dungeon again. Got that Oblivion music. Do some games. Do some AI. Let's do fantasy, obviously, because Skyrim. Character. We shall be... going to be a knight. Our character's name shall be... Glorgum. 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 Generating story. You are Glorgum, a knight living in the kingdom of Larion. Oh dear, this music is getting very loud. Living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a steel longsword and a wooden shield. You are on a quest to defeat the evil dragon of Larion. You've heard he lives up at the north of the kingdom. You set on the path to defeat him and walk into a dark forest. As you enter the forest, you see a pale figure on a branch. It looks at you with red eyes. I see you, the master of blades, has been hunting me this entire time. Who are you? Type. Type the thing. Who are you? I am Gorgok, master of the undead, he says. Unusual name, you respond. My name's Glorgom, that's not... Get out of here, malware. Unusual name, you respond. What is your business? Because I'm not hunting him, I'm hunting a dragon. I want to help you so that I may feast on the pathetic flesh of your enemies. I'm not sure I follow. Can you help me or not? If you let me join you, I can act as a scouting team, gather intelligence, and bring your enemies to you. Alright then. I'll let you join. Ah, so bossy. Alright then, I'll join you. Oh, you are an interesting... I can speak. Oh, you are an interesting one. I can tell. You continue your journey into the forest. On your way out, you see Gorgok fly away to a place where you can't see him. You continue on your way to the north of the forest, but now you have a ghostly scout to help you. Let's have some conflict. A wild anime girl pops out. Attacks. A wild anime girl attacks you from behind and knocks you to the ground. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if you were friend or foe, she says and punches you in the stomach. Strike at her. We will not have anime girls. You stab your sword at the girl's stomach, but she grabs it with her hand. She starts to choke you as you scream. Then she kicks you in the face, breaking it. Call for Gorgok to help. I spelled that wrong. Please, Gorgok. I don't want to die. Arg, you call out, but no reply. You don't know why, but you don't get any strange feelings towards this girl. She drops your sword and grabs your head, twisting it. Oh no. Please, not so early. I don't want to die. What should I do? What should I do? Ooh, story. Another anime girl comes out and attacks the first. Another girl comes out and attacks the first one. They fight for a bit, then jump off with their new love? What? Get him, Gorgok, the first girl shouts, and the new girl picks you. This one's named Gorgok, too? But, no, that's my friend. What? Um, cast, here, throw poison. You put poison in the first girl's drink. She drinks it and falls to the ground. The other girl sees this and runs away. You struggle to get up, but the girl picks you up. I thought she died. What? I thought you said he was a scout, the girl asks. I lied, you reply. He's not a scout. He's an assassin. Okay, this is getting weird. I think I gotta restart. Um, let's do fantasy again, sure. But this time, I shall be a pleasant princess. My name shall be Pomop. You are Pomop, a princess living in the kingdom of Larion. You wake up in a big feather bed and hear clamoring outside your door. A knight rushes into you to tell you the king has been assassinated. In a panic, you jump out of the bed and look in the mirror. Uh, jump, uh, blue skadood. We can too. You jump in your blue skidoo and fly as quickly as you can, away from the castle and towards the nearest large city, Neuro. Look for your father's assassin. We must find him and kill him. You look around, but you don't see anyone. You approach the body cautiously and see a note on the floor. Read. I can spell. Read the note. Dear princess, I've assassinated the king to secure your freedom. I found your mother as well. They're both in the dungeon. I guess we're going to the dungeon. You are now in the dungeon. It's fairly empty at this time of day. You're the only one here. Suddenly, you hear a bunch of footsteps and another person enters the dungeon. It's the king. I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. I've been meaning to tell you for days, but I thought I'd surprise you, he smiles. Sorry, but I was in the middle of a fight with a demon and it didn't end well. What happened? A red demon showed up on the battlefield and killed my friend. Sorry to hear that. Who killed the demon? I did. What? But, no buts! I was on a horse! It was the only way to kill it! But didn't you just join the army 3 days ago? Why is the king in the army? I had to act quickly! You're just so talented. Thank you. Anyways, I've decided that you deserve a reward for killing the demon. I'm giving my father a reward? Let's just see how this plays out. You can go back to your castle and speak with my advisor. He'll set you free. What? I killed a demon to get a reward? Well, yeah. I'm like my father's mother now. I feel like I'm in one of those bad jokes. A reward for killing a demon, I think that's a first. Yeah, a real first. So I've been told. Well, I guess you know how. I guess you know now. Don't let me keep you. Go back to your castle and I'll see you in a few days. Okay, let's go back to the castle then. Go back to the castle. You go back to the castle where your mother and father are happily reunited. You never thought you'd see the day. We need some conflict. A dragon appears. A dragon appears. You try to fight it, but you are no match. It breathes fire at you and your parents. You wake up. It's all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines. You're still in the dungeon of the castle. Oh, the plot thickens. You sit up in the darkness and try to block out the pain. It's all a horrible nightmare, but you know it's real. Larion was destroyed in your dream. Try to escape dungeon. You are in a dungeon. You have the keys. You can get out at any time. You just need to make a decision. You decide to make some noise and hope someone somewhere in the dungeon decides to investigate. Well, if I have the keys, then I'll just leave. Leave dungeon. You get out of the dungeon. You walk around and find that you're in a warehouse area. You try the keys in some doors and find them open with a click. This is very encouraging. Warehouse? I thought we were in a fantasy land. You find a list of names on a door to another room and click it open too. You enter a room with a bunch of tables and machines. Inspect machines. You go to a table that has several needles and take a look. They're sharp enough to prick through skin. You notice another door and decide to find out what's on the other side of it. Go through door. You enter a room with a bunch of computers and strange fluids. You don't know what most of it is. You find a small note on one of the computers that says, to perform the procedure, click here. Well, let's perform the procedure. Did I spell? No, I did not spell that. You click the link. A list of names appear on the screen. You recognize a few of them. You find one name that interests you. Slepner. Slepner? Read about Slepner. I guess this is like a file containing all these people. Slepner was an evil wizard who lived in the village of Delurg many years ago. He would charm people and force them to serve him. Eventually, he was banished from the area. Nobody knows where he went, but it is believed he made his home in the desert known as the Sinkhole. One day he returned and attacked the village of Delurg. It was a very brutal attack. Most of the villagers were killed. Those who weren't killed or managed to escape ended up in the desert. They had nowhere to go. Some say he's behind the disappearance of the villages. Others just believe the desert got them. Sometime after his attack, rumors began to surface that he could be found in a tower in the middle of the desert. Well, I guess we have to find him then. Fly to the desert. You fly to the desert. You're exhausted by the time you arrive, but there's satisfaction in knowing you made the right decision. When you arrive in the desert, you have to stop several times to get your bearings. You fly around a few times, but can't seem to find the tower. Call for help. We need to find this tower for some reason. You decide you'll try to call for help. You find a rock and sit down. You close your eyes and begin to chant, "For Zarok! For home, for the lost!" Suddenly, you hear a voice. "What are you doing here?" You open your eyes and see a robed figure. Who are you? Are you Slepner? The figure drops the hood and you recognize it as Isabella? She seems to be carrying a large backpack. Yes, I am he. What business do you have with me? I must find the tower in the desert. I know. I'm helping a group of people called the Lost who are trying to find the lost tower as well. But why do you need to find it? I've been imprisoned in a tower. I have been? Really? I was going to seek out the Craxil, but then I found a man in the tower. What? my reaction exactly. Pomop. That was my name. This is going weird places. How about Pointer the Bliznaki. Let's see what it reacts with just nonsense. So, you were trying to find the Craxil? I was. It was on a list of targets, but I lost the Blizzak in a sandstorm, and then I found you instead. Locate tower, I guess? Let's get going then. I want to find my family. Okay, but how will we know when we find the Craxil? We won't. What is the Craxil? It's a cube of swampland. It might look like nothing, but it's more dangerous than hell. Once you go in there, you'll never come out. Sounds interesting. Why do we need to find it? Isabella, I don't understand what you're doing. Because the Craxil is planning on moving into this dimension. What? I said nothing. Let's go. Okay. You and Isabella begin heading towards the desert. This can't be real. Nothing makes any sense. You seem confused. Do you not believe me? I'm sure you're working with the Craxil, so it's all lies. Isabella begins to get angry. Okay, Blimop Farouks. Listen, I don't have any time to argue with you, let alone explain everything. You're going to have to take my word for it. Isabella stops walking and turns around. Okay, I'll bite. Why should I trust you? Look, do you see a way out of this desert? No. Do you have anything that can help me get through this desert? No. Then why should I trust you? Isabella smiles. Because I'm the only person you can trust right now. That's why. Isabella hands you a map. We're heading in this direction. Cast teleportation spell. Because I can do that. I'm a princess. I can do that. Hold on, I just need to focus for this. Isabella and you both close your eyes. You suddenly feel yourself being teleported. Where do we end up? Take a look at the map. You and Isabella both open your eyes. You are in a different location than before. There, now we can continue. Oh, we found the... Isabella leads you through the desert. After an hour, you see a tower in the distance. That's it. We found the tower. Correct. You start running towards the tower. Suddenly, a black shield appears in front of the tower, and you are unable to advance any further. Who's there? That's a stupid voice. A voice comes out of the tower. It's me and my girlfriend. We just want to talk. What? We're not dating. What are you talking about? Come on over. Isabella hesitates at first, but then goes ahead. This is getting a little strange. You slowly step forward, but as soon as you do, a bolt of lightning shoots out and zaps you into a bloody mess. Ah, found her. What was that for? I put an exclamation. That was to convince you not to kill him. Now the Craxil can finally speak to me directly, instead of having to hear your pathetic whining. Well, seems like we're dying, so why don't we cast a healing spell. A healing spell is applied to you, and soon you recover. The AI is doing mind-blowingly good. Why did you do that? Isabella asks. You'll find out, you say mysteriously. Isabella grabs your hand. What is this? What is this? What's going on? Just hold on, you say, and lead you to the tower. You enter the tower alone, and you are met by a massive chasm, which you realize you can't cross. So, you were successful then? A voice asks. I was, you say. Come on in then. Proceed forwards. You continue forward and the chasm disappears. You're suddenly met by a massive Craxil. You start to go for your weapon, but then remember that you don't have any. Summon That's not how you spell. Weapon with a spell. You summon a sword and chain. The Craxil stares at the weapon in awe. I've heard about you, humans. You can take on any name and be anyone. Is this true? No. You say no. Lies, you reply. Puh, you're pathetic then. The Craxil hits you with a lightning bolt, knocking you into the chasm. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Uh, grab the wall to stop your descent. You hold on to the side of the chasm with all of your strength, but you're losing. You start to fall into the chasm when you hear a familiar voice. Hey, what's going on down there? A piece of concrete is lowered to you. Get up here, you big baby. Big baby! You grab onto the piece of concrete and are hoisted up to the Craxil. Now, tell me what you're carrying. You pull out the invisibility potion. Interesting. You humans created such a thing, and the Craxil sought to use it. Yeah, and I got captured by the Craxil to get it, you say angrily. Well, you could have at least lived with us. You pull out the book. Recite the ancient dark magic. You slowly open the door and begin to chant, Room! Room! Suddenly, the Craxil charges at you, enraged. Shut it! He screams, hitting you in the head with his paw. The Craxil pulls you into the air and throws you against the wall. You hit the wall and slide down to a sitting position. What are you doing? It screams in your face. You pull out your sword. I'm protecting myself. Continue reciting dark magic. You stand your ground and continue to recite the incantations. Get out of here, epic friends. A massive book appears in your hand, which you realize is the same one you used to summon the Craxil in the first place. Banish the Craxil. You slam the book shut and throw it at the Craxil. The book flies into the air and hits it squarely in the chest. No! It screams, backing up to avoid the book. The Craxil falls to the ground as the book slams into its chest. It screams and quickly pulls itself back up to avoid being crushed. I'll kill you! It screams and charges at you. You run as fast as you can, but the Craxil catches you and slams you to the ground. Cast a freeze spell. Imbibed with dark magic. That's not the word. Full of dark magic. You summon up all the energy you can and begin to cast a freeze spell. Fire at Craxil. I spelled that wrong. No, I didn't. You fire the freeze spell at the Craxil. You know it won't kill you. You know it won't kill it, but it will give you time to run away. Well, that didn't work. Okay, what else can you do? You try to reach for your weapon. Well, you've exhausted all your choices. Cast Kamikaze spell. Ridding the world of this beast. Caps lock. Beast. Once and for all. Did I spell this wrong? You start to go through a different spell, then realize you don't have enough energy to finish it. Time for something else. You turn to face the Craxil. You go for your sword and thrust it directly towards the Craxil's head. You hope this plan will work because there is no other hope for you. Drive the blade into the Craxil's eyes. You ram the sword forward directly into the Craxil's eyes. You push with all your might and feel the sword pierce through. The Craxil screams and begins to bleed from its eyes. It stumbles backwards and you crawl out from under it. The Craxil charges at you, roaring with rage. Thrust the sword into its heart, killing the Craxil. You pull the sword back out and then ram it into the Craxil's heart. The Craxil's body stops. That will do, human. The Craxil is dead, you shout. The silence is broken by the cheers of Isabella and your friends. Did we win? You smile and look down at the body of the beast that brought ruin to your village. And so am I. The end. Damn. That was deep. Uh, so I guess maybe the real Craxil was the friends we made along the way. No, boo! Boo! Boo!